Welcome to Road to Recovery Part 4. So, in the last Road to Recovery, I stated that I would play around 10 games, or that I would be able to play around 10 games. I'm nowhere near that number. I've played 5 games and I finished 3, but more on that later. So, I'm just gonna start chronologically. First game I played, Alan Wake. That was a Xbox 360 game. You all know it if you're at least one of the Xbox community members. And it was a fun game. Um, when it was released back in the Xbox 360 days, I heard about it, even caught up a little bit into the hype of the game, but I never really bought it since I heard that you had to point a flashlight at enemies before you could shoot them, and I thought, that's just a hassle. I don't want to play a game like that. So I never really bought it. But now that I've played it, it was a lot of fun, and it's made by Remedy, the same Remedy or Respawn? Yeah, Remedy, the same developers of Quantum Break. So it's like they always have a movie themed game. Since this game also has some movie elements, but this time it's more of the this time it's another artistic form, and in this case it was in the form of writing. So Alan Wake is a writer, and he is caught in some twisted Inception kind of thing that he writes, and everything that he writes about, or he wrote actually, I'm not gonna spoil the plot for you guys, just play it. It's an awesome game, and I'm sorry to say that I was wrong about the game, and I don't like to admit defeat. So I was playing that for the duration of last week. Seriously, it took me five to 6 days to play the whole campaign. Since it's a horror game, and horror games I only play when it's dark, and since it's summer or spring or whatever the season is, I can only play it from around 11 p.m. till 6 a.m. And that's mostly what I did, but on 3 nights I was too tired to play, so yeah. So it took me almost a week to play that game through. And Alan Wake's American Nightmare, that was the second game I've played, and that was a fun story. I actually played that in one night. So that was, I thought it was a DLC, but it was a own standalone game. It was an arcade game for the Xbox 360, and it was fun. It focused more on the weapons instead of the horror, so I could really rush through that game, and I played it from around 11 p.m. till 6 a.m. Yeah, I think that's right. So yeah, it was a good playthrough in one night. Next up, Hand of Fate. I really didn't know that it was a card game. So I opened it, saw it was a card game, deleted it. So I count that as a playthrough. It doesn't matter what you think. I count that as a serious playthrough. I don't want to play card games. So yeah. Next game, Hitman. You all know it. The episodic version of Hitman that's the hype right now, and it's fun. I've been waiting to play Hitman since I have the collector's edition that you saw. Maybe I'll put it on the screen right now. And I've been actually wanting to play it again since it's awesome. You can kill your target any way you want, and I love that freedom in a game. You don't have to pick a generic or a singular or even what is the word that I'm searching for? You get what I mean. You don't have to do it one specific way. You actually have challenges that you can complete that allows you to be creative. You can kill somebody by smashing a toilet on them, and this is no joke. There's actually one that you gotta do that, or at least you gotta let a toilet fall on the target. You can poison people, you can drown them, you can shoot them, you can goulet them, and yeah, I just love that about the game. And it's so open that you can explore the world and see which route you want to take. And since there are no routes, or maybe there are routes and just like all routes lead to Rome, or all roads lead to Rome. I have no idea what the expression is, but yeah, you're free to move through the game at any pace you want and in any way you want. So I like that about the game. So it was really fun to play that game again. So I enjoyed that, but I only had the last episode because the first three I already played. So yeah, it was only that. So now I'm waiting for the fourth or fifth, or yeah. So now, what game am I playing now? And it's the game that I've been waiting for to play since it was released. Because when it was released, I wanted to play it, but I only played it with Lazy, a couple of multiplayer matches, and you saw if you didn't see, we have a demo gameplay of the alpha or beta of the game. And what game is it? Homefront: The Revolution. So I've been reading a lot of reviews, and I'm not a review believing guy. I sometimes read reviews just to see what people are saying about a game or a movie or something like that. And usually I'm quite the opposite. So last week I went to Suicide Squad, and beforehand I already knew that there were a lot of reviewers who said movie's boring, movie's not entertaining, movie's not fun. Guess what? I like the movie, and I don't like action movies. Seriously, I really don't like them. And especially not the action movies which have a lot of action. Yeah, I know action movie, too much action. Yeah, I'm a horror guy, so I basically only watch horror movies. But this action movie, it was fun. I like Harley Quinn, I like Will Smith, so I just went for those two. I went for a character and for the actor. So I watched it. I thoroughly enjoyed it, and and I read the reviews afterwards, and I thought, really, I'm sorry, I'm getting sidetracked. So, review on Homefront: The Revolution. So before the game was even released, I saw that most reviewers liked the aspect of the game, or the revolution aspect of the game, but didn't necessarily like the game as much since it was buggy. It was a plot that was already done and stuff like that. We're living in 2016. Everything's been done before, so yeah. Can you blame a developer for creating a game that has elements that have already been done before? Seriously, you're gonna base your review off of that? Yeah, sorry reviewers, you just suck. Make your own game, make your own movie, and see how hard it is. Unless you prove me wrong, and then I gotta swallow my tongue. But I don't think so. So yeah, I read the review, and I don't agree with them. I know the plot has been done before, so when I was playing, I thought, oh, I know what's gonna happen. And guess what? It happened. Some guy betrays them, who was acting like a friend and all that. So yeah, I got that. But what you don't get is that it's in a new package. So if Call of Duty does it, it's a different package. Even if it's the same thing, it's a different package than with Homefront: The Revolution. So yeah, I understand the reviews about the game, but I don't necessarily agree with them. But I do agree with one part, and that is the bugginess. That's even beforehand, even when we were playing the beta or the alpha, Lazy and me. Whoa, the bugginess. It was upsetting, to say the least, and it's also the case in game. Sometimes I'll be shooting, and enemies they either disappear, they run through my bullet, they die by one bullet, and I like it when they die by one bullet, of course, but there's a lot of shit going on, and yeah, sometimes it's not for the better, sometimes it just sucks. But other than that, the game itself I like. It's a kind of sandbox game. You can complete missions and all that, and reviewers were also saying that the stuff was the missions slash other things you can do in the game were kind of basically the same as what you did before, only in a new location. And yeah, I agree with them, but it's a sandbox slash RPG kind of game, so I don't mind that. If you don't want to do it, you don't have to. You don't have to necessarily do those things to progress in the game, so I don't really mind it. So what's my thought on the game so far? I think I'm almost at the end. They said the developers, when they announced the game, or at least release it, they said 30 plus hour campaign. I think I'm at 15 now, but most reviewers say 20, so I'm in the final stretch. So I think tonight I'm gonna play and see if I'm already at the point of no return. So yeah, my review on the game, it's fun. It's fun to play. So if you shroomed away by the reviews, don't let that stop you. Just buy the game and judge it for yourself. That's what I always do. And yeah, that's this week's road to recovery. So since in the last 2 road to recoveries I set a number and not met it, I'm not gonna say how many games I'll be playing for the next 2 weeks. I'll just see how it goes, because sometimes I'll be in a really good gaming mood and be playing games all day long, and other times I can't, since I also go to the gym and need to work and do some other stuff. So yeah, can't always be gaming, unfortunately. Life was simpler when I was in middle school or high school. But anyway, enough self-pity for myself. Thanks for watching. This was Road to Recover Part 4, and I will see you in the next one. If you like this video, leave a like, subscribe. You'll see more videos coming out soon, and see you later.